I feel like a lot of investors in this space right now are truly overlooking and underappreciating just how significant regulations will be for this entire space, especially when it comes to XRP and these utility projects. For years, you have been promised the world and you have yet to actually see anything significant. And the reason why is because regulations are technically holding back a lot of what we have been addressing, which is, the institutions shuffling trillions of dollars into this space, or the institutions utilizing crypto for payment flows or for settlement and clearing. So as we really think about, just how significant regulations are to this space, they are such a massive obstacle holding back almost everything that we talk about on a day-to-day basis. So in this video, I actually want to talk about the changing environment and why, if you hold XRP, you need to lock in now. So with that being said, welcome to the channel, everyone. My name is Nick. For those that are new to the channel, hopefully by the end of this video, you do become a subscriber. And also, if you guys are not in the free Discord, what are you waiting for? Join up. You won't regret it. And with that in mind, let's address what we are seeing from Chainalysis here. This year, Ukraine and Russia ranked in the top 10 of our global crypto adoption index. Check out this blog preview from our 2024 Geography of Crypto report, which explores crypto adoption trends across Eastern Europe. Now, before I even expand this, before we even talk about this, I want to just say something that is so obvious, okay? The thing that is so obvious is the fact that when we have major players, like Russia, for an example, adopting crypto at scale, pushing crypto forward in Russia, when for the last 2, almost 3 years now, what have we been hearing? We need to, help the Ukraine. We need to fight back against Russia. We need to, fight the enemy. Basically, that's what we have been hearing for the last 3 years. So when we start to see adoption of technology that has significant potential, thriving in areas like Russia, what do you think happens in the US? Well, all of a sudden, the US is taking the foot off the brake and they're putting the foot on the gas. And that's exactly what's happening right now. We are starting to see an acceleration of crypto adoption, crypto regulatory movements. Even over here, we have the 2024 Global Crypto Adoption Index full list. Big shout to XRP drops for this. Here we have the full extended list. We can actually see that the US ranked within the top 5. I mean, this is significant. Now, on top of that, centralized service value received ranking was 2. Retail centralized service value received ranking was a 12 versus Russia and the Ukraine, which was actually subpar. And then, of course, 4 in terms of DeFi value received ranking, and then also a 4 in terms of retail value received ranking as well. But you can see it across the board. I mean, listen, moves are being made here. India obviously being a very big player around crypto. They've always been. Again, it's a BRICS nation, so it is something to mention. And talking about the BRICS nations on this list, they have been really pushing forward. And I do think that they're going to continue to start to really kind of push forward. I think that just in 2025 alone, outside of the US, we're going to see such significant crypto adoption. Most of it is going to be centered on utility projects, though. I just want you guys to understand that. But building upon this, we have a few other names on the list as well. It really kind of just goes down. I mean, it's all over the world at this point. But you can see the reports. If you guys wanted to really kind of go in depth on this, Chainalysis does have the full report. But the number one thing, the one thing that I want you all to take away from all of this is the growing interest around crypto. I mean, if we go back to 2021, India was banning crypto every single other day. China was banning crypto every other day. And even now, we still kind of hear talks about bans, but it never actually happens because guess what? You can't ban this technology. You just can't. It's going to continue to grow and grow and grow and become a much larger piece of the monetary system. Now, on top of that, if we go over here, we have New York has dominated the blockchain market so far. The US isn't as far behind as most people think. Big shout out to Smoke Dog. We have North America has dominated the blockchain market so far. The growing presence of major players such as IBM Corporation, Microsoft Corporation, and Oracle Corporation will likely help to realize this growth. And yeah, I mean, some of the biggest US-based tech giants, they've actually been behind the blockchain technology space for a while. I do think that this is most likely going to continue, especially as enterprises kind of hold the key to mass adoption. I mean, once Microsoft or a big tech player starts to incorporate blockchain into their business workflows, it's basically game over. I mean, mass adoption will follow through pretty quickly. But also, if we go over here, we have the New York FDIC became the largest crypto regulatory unit anywhere in the world. And this is also from XRP Drops. We have the New York FDIC spent a lot of the time growing the team from a real skeleton crew to what is now the largest crypto regulatory unit anywhere in the world. The United States of America will be the absolute leader in the crypto industry and will deliver a blueprint for the whole world. No wonder Ripple invited the New York FDIC to Ripple Swell 2024. And yes, it feels as though Ripple has basically every single major player tapped in at Swell. And remember what David Schwartz said about Ripple Swell. It's basically a banking conference held by a blockchain company, which is pretty crazy to think about. But check this out.
A swath of things. We've had a whole host of wonderful accomplishments from this year, but specific to crypto and blockchain, we've issued our 9th piece of guidance, this one about customer service expectations. And as was mentioned, we've really spent a lot of time growing the team from a real skeleton crew to what is now the largest crypto regulatory unit anywhere in the world at over 60 people.
So there you guys have it. And again, you know, in the US, we have a lot of these groups. I mean, even if you look at the CFTC, Ripple has been in discussions with them for a while. I still remember when Caroline D. Pam met with Brad Garlinghouse in their San Francisco headquarters. That was a big deal because, again, the CFTC was kind of moving against the SEC at that time. It was a big kind of spotlight on just how well connected Ripple actually was to these regulatory bodies. And even today, you know, we could still see a lot of these significant connections with Ripple. Now, on top of this, over here, we have from Cynthia Loomis. Great to join Cara Calver, at this year's BA Policy Summit. This is the Blockchain Association Policy Summit, to talk about how this admin has wrongfully targeted digital asset companies and how we must install common sense regulations to protect consumers and promote innovation to ensure we remain a global leader in financial innovation. And yeah, I mean, listen, we are starting to see regulations around the space becoming a hot topic. I mean, it's now focused on more than ever before. It's always been an issue. Regulatory clarity never really existed. Even though Gary Gensler and the SEC wanted to kind of say, hey, yeah, guess what? It's very clear. The rules are very clear. They're there. All you have to do is follow them, even though there was absolutely zero guidance, zero transparency. So now we're kind of starting to see that all change, which I love to see, because now we can actually start to see this space grow in the way that it should have been growing all along. Now, on top of that, over here from Bill Hagerty, we have yesterday, I had the pleasure of joining the Blockchain Association Summit in Washington with President Trump in the White House and Republicans in control of Congress. The future is bright for the digital asset community. And yes, we are about to see digital assets and the technology that drives them fully embraced. We are going to see this space grow at a rapid pace now going forward, in my opinion. You need to pay attention to this. Now, on top of this, over here from the Blockchain Association, we're honored to share a message from real Donald Trump delivered to our members at this evening's annual Blockchain Association Policy Summit Gala. We look forward to celebrating the inauguration of the country's first pro-crypto president on January 20th, backed up by the most pro-crypto Congress ever. Check it out.
A very big congratulations to the Blockchain Association on your summit. It's very important work that you're doing, and you know that we're behind you and we will fight for you, and we're going to make sure that we keep our business in the United States. We want it here rather than China or so many other places. So get out there and fight hard fight smart. You're going to be very successful. It's a new concept and a new business, and a lot of things are developing, and we'll get them developed, but hopefully we're going to really lead the world, and that's what's going to happen. Thank you very much. Enjoy your summit.
Now, this is someone that is going to be taking office on January 20th. And from that point on, from what we've heard, we are about to get very serious about crypto in the US, which means, guess what? We focus on utility. We focus on the utility plays in this space because those are the ones that are going to be fully embraced. It's not about meme coins, it's about utility. And in the US, if we are taking this, 100% serious, they want to be a leader around crypto, they would be looking into the US-based companies, and that's when we really kind of look at Algorand, Hedera, Stellar, we look at Ripple. I do think that Ripple and XRP are going to be key pillars of, this US. I mean, if we're really thinking about it, the way that I look at it, it's kind of very similar to Silicon Valley, right? They're going to be pillars for the US digital asset economy. And I do think that with the right players, the US will completely dominate the digital asset revolution. But on top of this, right, this is all leading us down a path to why utility tokens like XRP will continue to pump over meme coins. Big shot to Smoke Dog. Gensler's strict approach at the SEC created challenges for the crypto industry, but it also led to critical milestones like the approval of Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs in 2024. As mainstream corporations adopt Bitcoin as a reserve asset, the narrative around crypto is shifting towards real-world use cases. The incoming administration's pro-crypto stance, highlighted by Vice President-elect Vance, signals a regulatory environment favoring assets with tangible utility. ISO 2022 tokens like XRP, XLM, XDC, and Algo are designed to support global financial systems with faster, more efficient cross-border transactions. These tokens align with regulatory standards and are positioned to benefit from growing institutional adoption. In contrast, meme coins lack fundamental value and real-world use cases, making them less sustainable over time. This is why utility-driven tokens are set to outperform meme coins as the crypto space matures and prioritizes substance over speculation. And here we have documented from Winston and Strawn LLP. We have down on the bottom, expect a regulatory environment that is more supportive of crypto assets with real-world utility while potentially leaving behind less substantive tokens such as meme coins. And yes, guess what? This is a new era on the horizon around crypto. Yeah, we're about to witness a significant change around this entire space. And I want to wrap this up with this video over here going all the way back to January of 2019. The only problem that holds XRP back is regulatory certainty, not technical issues. We need to have a level playing field for XRP so that the market can pick which one they want to use. And I want you guys to understand that this is going to completely unleash XRP globally for XRP to finally realize and find its real, true value. Check this out.
Right. You might still use proof of work.
Great. But I invite Ryan and Desiree, I don't know if you would like to comment on this as well. But Ryan, go ahead.
Proof of work doesn't work. Proof of work doesn't work.
It's been widely... Ryan, proof of work's been working.
Let me finish.
Let him
Proof
finish.
of work doesn't
Let
work.
him finish, please.
And in the early days of Bitcoin, there was a whole group of developers that broke off to create other assets, XRP being one of them, that doesn't use mining, that's cheaper from an energy perspective than Visa, and already scales to 1,500 transactions a second. A lot of these problems have already been solved. The challenge for adoption comes back to policy. The policy uncertainty around some of the assets has limited adoption, particularly here in the US. And I'm speaking from Ripple and XRP because we use that asset because it's a half a cent per payment. It's basically free. It scales and it's efficient. It's 1,500 transactions a second at nearly no energy burn. So we're at a point today where there are real solutions to all of these challenges that already exist. Policy has become the challenge. And we heard on the first panel that around centralization on China, and this is going to be a hard pill for Peter to swallow. But 80% of the mining power for Bitcoin is controlled by 6 mining pools, 5 of which are in China. Today, the policy certainty in the US exists for Bitcoin and Ethereum, despite the fact those are China-controlled platforms. So activity goes to those platforms. What we need to do from a policy perspective in the US is look at the places where there are uncertainty. And one place, I'm speaking directly for me here, is XRP, where it looks like Bitcoin. It's decentralized, it's open source. We have 7% of the validation power on that, rather small in there. Grouping or giving clarity to those ones that are very similar to Bitcoin and Ethereum, that have the same characteristics and should be classified the same way. And then we're creating a level playing field across all the cryptos. I'm not anti-Bitcoin or anti-Ethereum by any means. I think there's a lot of great potential and breakthrough there. But we need to have a level playing field so the market can pick which ones they want to use and not be, as today they are, hindered by regulatory uncertainty.
And this is something that is so important for the last 4 years as well to focus on, right? XRP was hindered this entire time while Bitcoin and Ethereum were favored because for the longest time, that's what the institutions and the enterprises thought were, cleared completely. I mean, the ETH free pass allowed Ethereum to be fully adopted by the big players. XRP for the last 4 years was suppressed. So if we're thinking about regulations kind of hitting this space, probably by, I would say, like the middle of 2025, all of a sudden now XRP is completely unleashed. XRP is free to be chosen by enterprises and institutions. And now with Ripple, launching ROUSD, fully focused on institutional and DeFi initiatives, tokenization, what do you think happens? We are about to witness a very, very big change. This is why I think everyone is overlooking and undervaluing how big regulations will be for these utility projects like XRP. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on because more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. And with that being said, guys, it's been Nick. Thanks for watching. Peace out.